All right, back here on Across the Board with Title Fight and name and what you do in the band.
My name's Ben, and I play drums in Title Fight.
Yeah, Ben. Like we said, we got to catch the set this morning, and we're huge fans. So a lot of energy you guys have on stage. You know, obviously, you have to sit behind the kit and everything, but you know, as a band in general, you guys have a lot of energy. How do you keep that up?
You know, I guess we only have 30 minutes to play every day, so we try to put, you know, all our effort into what we can, because, you know, that's really that's why we're here, is to perform for people who have come to see, or come to see us, or come to see the festival. So, you know, we just, you know, put our all into it. And, you know, obviously the guys up front get to move around a little more than I do, but so it's but you know, still all of us put as much as we can into playing. So
how tough is that, especially for a drummer? I mean, you don't set up your own kit, I imagine, but
I do. Well, we have a friend who helps us set up everything, but other than that, we're very involved with the
yeah. So to set up and play for 30 minutes and break down again, I mean, as a drummer, it takes you forever to set up and break down. How tough is that?
It could be tough. I mean, because drums are, equipment-wise, the most difficult thing compared to like guitars and everything, especially, and it's expensive. You break a cymbal, that could be like $300 right there. But it's you know, it sucks, but it's not that bad. You can't complain. Like, I'm on tour with my friends, going around the country. Like, if that's the worst of my problems, then I have a pretty good life right now.
That's a good point. Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Who are you looking forward to most seeing on Warped Tour? I mean, you've been on Warped for, you know, a few weeks now. What do you look forward to seeing the most?
You know, I've really liked watching like Taking Back Sunday recently, just because they have a really cool set list, and you know, we've been fans of those guys since we were in like 6th grade. So you know, they've just been playing the hits, and it's just awesome to watch them.
Yeah.
Any sleeper bands? Any bands that have really surprised you, taking you?
Yeah, there's a band called Dead Sarah that's on the Kevin Says stage.
Yeah, well, they were. They're not now. They're off the tour. Yeah, because Susie got hurt. Yeah, we had them on our show before as well. Yeah, Susie, the guitar player, broke a rib, so she's.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She shredded too.
Yeah, I know. I was looking forward to seeing them. Yeah, it's a bummer.
Last year when we asked, you know, what bands everyone was looking forward to seeing, who's really ripping it up, you know, it was always the same 2 or 3 that we always get. This year, it's been the same one, Dead Sarah. Everyone's been talking Dead Sarah. So
they're cool, man. That's because I heard of them from other people talking about them. I was like, I'm gonna check them out, and they really lived up to it.
They're a solid band.
Show, a couple months ago.
Something like that. Yeah, go ahead. So, as a drummer in the recording process, what do you look for? You know, I mean, do you have any, you know, crazy effects? You know, by effects I mean like, do you go into a certain room or have your mic set up a certain way to get a different sound, or is it always the same? You know, here's an SM7, whatever.
Yeah, actually, this last time we just recorded our second full length right before Warped Tour, and we recorded the same studio we did our last full length, and our friend Will did it, and it was really helpful to have him because he's like a friend of ours, and we just feel comfortable there. So it's a big live room, and we had like a ton of snare drums to choose from. We had this custom kit we used, so we just kind of really took our time into choosing the right sounds. We wanted like a big raw drum sound. We wanted it to sound like not too over polished or produced. We wanted it to sound like raw and cool, like, I don't know, comparable to maybe like Nirvana or something like that. So we just wanted to go with that. And yeah, he uses like SM57s on the snare and like really old vintage mics on stuff, and has a really old Neve console board.
Oh yeah, nice. Those are rare these days. Yeah.
I don't know too much about recording, but he says it's really expensive and rare, and so it's a legendary studio that we recorded at. So it was really fun to do that. So
nice.
Yeah.
Who did you listen to growing up as other drummers? You know, that got you going?
Yeah, I mean, I started playing drums and like. When we started this band, we were like 12 and 13, so I kind of started playing just to pick up with that, you know.
12, that's crazy.
It's weird. We're 22 now, so it's almost been 9 years or something.
Yeah.
So it's
But you were saying who you listened to?
We kind of grew up listening to bands like Blink-182 and The Descendants and Gorilla Biscuits and kind of like punk, hardcore bands. And my older brother used to play in bands from when I was a young age, so just watching his bands and friends of his, you know, perform. I think watching bands live is what really inspired us more than like a record, even though obviously that's a huge part. But it's actually seeing the act of a band performing helped inspire us to actually do it. Yeah,
we always say that music should be experienced, not just listened to.
Right.
You gotta go out and see a band live. Hopefully, bands are good live, which you guys are, which fortunately so.
And the other thing too is, you know, you talk about doing music and being in a band when you're starting at 12 years old, 13 years old. You know, we were just talking to Cherry Bomb, who walked out of here just a few minutes ago. They're 14, 15
Yeah.
years old.
Oh,
I mean, and here they are on Warped Tour. Would you have been able to ever imagine doing something like that when you were that age?
That would be like a mind trip for me at that age. You know, I was going
lot to
Warped
deal
Tour
with, yeah.
at 14, 15. We didn't really start full-time touring till we were out of high school because you know, we were in high school and we didn't have a driver's license like up till we were 16, 17 years old. So we had to have our parents take us. Like, we didn't really play many out-of-state shows. So yeah, I mean, that's really cool that they're fortunate enough to do that. I wish we got to, but at this point, you know, I'm happy to do it this time too. We're so young, so that's fun.
What I mean, you guys have, you know, great music. You said the second album out right now and everything, you know, or just, you know, finished recording it. What, I don't want to say inspires you, but, you know, how do you keep creating that great music? You know, it keeps coming out, and do you need to play some other genres, or I mean, like, what gets you in that right headspace to record?
I mean, all of us are listening to different kinds of music at all times, so we just have, you know, all these different ideas in our head. And you know, when someone, Ned or Jamie or Shane, brings a guitar riff or idea or something to the table, it's just, we all kind of get together and think about it and see what we could add that would be best and just kind of jam on it for a while. So besides that, just, you know, being out on the road and just having so many different experiences that we never expected to do, that would just inspires us to keep going. And people coming out and saying how much our music means to them. You know, we never really planned on making this a full-time thing, but since it has been, we're so grateful. We want to, you know, give back to how people have enjoyed us. So.
Yeah, I imagine it's worth it. I mean, obviously, you know, it's hot out here at Warped Tour. You're away from your families for a long time. You know, you're dripping with sweat right now. Getting through this interview, which we appreciate. You know, it is worth it, right? I mean, what's that like?
It's definitely worth it. It's we're really grateful to be on this. It's, you know, it's pretty grueling compared to other tours. Most people get up 8 in the morning, don't go to bed till late at night, and you know, you're out in the sun all day. But you know, there's so many friends on this tour that it's just awesome to hang out with everybody, and you meet so many new people and have so many people that have never heard of your band check your band out. So, you know, that's the reason why I think everybody's here.
Yeah.
What's next for Title Fight?
Well, we just announced yesterday the official street date of our record. It's called Floral Green, and that's coming out September 18th. We just put out a new song and a video yesterday, so if you go to our site, titlefight.tumblr.com, or just Google it or whatever, you know, they show up. And we have a European tour after this with our friends in La Dispute and Make to Amend, and then hopefully another U.S. tour after that. So keep your ears and eyes open.
Nice.
Always.
If you knew you had 5, 10, 15 minutes left in your life, what is the last song that you would want to hear? You can hear it, you can perform it, yours or anybody else's.
That's a tough question.
We try.
Off the top of my head, it'd probably have to be maybe a Bon Iver song, just because I've been jamming that a lot lately.
Nice,
Like,
yeah.
That's really cool.
The new stuff? Yeah.
So that's just a late, like, as of lately, one of my favorites. So right now, I'd have to choose that.
Yeah.
It's like everyone says, if you ask me tomorrow, it'd be a different song.
Yeah.
And we completely understand that.
But if you're dying today, you got to know. Right.
So I think
today's
there's a
the
difference
day.
between your best, and your favorite. I think there's a kind of a difference between those two. So
Yeah. It's just like the last notes that you would want to hear if you
Exactly.
ever, you know, have programmed into your head. So we appreciate it, man. We'll be back here in a few minutes on Across the Board.